Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I am reviewing Hogwarts Legacy. I've just finished it this morning. Wow, I put 21 hours into this game. I did enjoy this game. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun playing it, seeing the whole map, Hogwarts, seeing Hogsmeade. Everything was really good. But I do have one criticism that I need to get off my chest. The game just has no emotion. No emotion at all. Let's get into how the characters speak. So I named my character Jimbo Potter. Yeah, I know, how original. But anyway, this guy speaks like an 80-year-old man. He's so posh, uses terms that I don't think anyone would use nowadays. I know it's set in the olden days, and I love it. I think it's great, but it's just so weird. Anyway, going back to my big criticism, there's a part in it where you and this other student are having like this conflict because he wants to save his sister. This is Sebastian, for those of you that have played the game. You're trying to say to him, no, wait, we must, hold our horses. But the way that they say it, and they're angry at each other, it doesn't seem as if they're angry at each other. It's so, like I said before, emotionless. I don't know if it's the voice actors. I'm pretty sure it is. The Sorting Hat put me into Gryffindor. I'm getting rid of all the criticism first because I didn't like the loot system. You know, when you get like a scarf or a hat or something, it's just very junky in this game. It just mounts up, you get a load of rubbish and junk in your inventory, and all you can do is sell it for a few coins at the shops. But now into what I do like. I loved the character customization. There was a wide variety. I tried to make my character look like me, but give him a bit of an edge. The map was one of the best maps I've ever played on. It's an open world game. The hamlets feel like people are actually living in them, and there's so much to explore. It doesn't feel overwhelming, and it actually makes you curious when you're playing. The Hogwarts castle had insane details. All the classrooms were so authentic, and the changing staircase, it was really cool. You had paintings that moved just like in the Harry Potter films. For me, I'd say it's the strongest part of the game. Now, while the music was a bit repetitive for me, I loved it. I thought that it captured the wizarding tone perfectly. When you're completing the main story, you need to level up to get to the next mission. It did annoy me, but I can understand why they did that. And I'm kind of glad that they did that because I like getting through the main story and just finishing the game. But with this, I was grateful that they made me not rush it and slow it down a bit. So I had to go and do all these side missions, and I'm glad I did because some of them were more interesting than the main story. It was really cool getting to see Hogwarts in this type of world and time period because we didn't see that in the Harry Potter films. We saw that in our day and age. Now, the combat in this game is like no other in any other video game. Excluding the Spider-Man series by Insomniac, I would say that this video game's got one of the best combat systems because you've got so many spells that you can use. Literally every spell imaginable. Avada Kedavra, you've got Wingardium Leviosa, you can also use Protego to protect yourself, and you've also got dark magic powers. So it's cool because you can, when you're fighting a goblin, you can just summon this big lightning strike on its head. It really makes fighting more fun with all the spells that you can use and less boring. So going into the flying now, how you get around the map is you can either fast travel, which was really helpful, or you can fly on your broomstick or on an animal. Like the animal that we see in Harry Potter called Buckwheat. Well, this one's got a different name, but it's so cool flying on him. The big problem is that there's no Quidditch in this game. You can't play Quidditch. I went in, when I first saw that broomstick, I was impressed because you could fly on it. But then I thought, well, surely you can play Quidditch. Nope, you can't. So we need to talk about the final mission. This mission's called the Final Repository, and it's where you defeat Ranrock. Yep, that's right. All the teachers come together just like they do in the Harry Potter series, and it makes you feel more united. Professor Weasley in this definitely gave Professor McGonagall vibes. Just a side note, there's a mission in this that I want to mention where you use a polyjuice potion to transform into the headmaster. So we've got to get to the final fight now, where you're fighting this big massive metal dragon who breathes red fire. And, yep, it's Ranrock. Right, I'm having another moan again. So during this fight against Ranrock the dragon, I find out that Professor Fig's died. And I'm just curious as to why, because one moment my character just goes, "This is for Professor Fig," and throws a lighter spell at him. But we don't see any emotion in my character that I'm playing as, or like any facial expression. We don't hear any yelling in distraught. We hear nothing. Professor Fig, I know Ranrock's attacking, but I must complete these 3-hour Merlin trials so that I can make space for my 40 scarves I just found. I'm a 5th year student that's richer than Gringotts, but I still can't buy a potion recipe without selling 20 scarves. I just blew up a bridge and sent 50 wizards to the Shadow Realm, but it's fine because I'm back in my common room before curfew. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because I did enjoy it. I don't think I'll return back to it, and if I could describe it in one word, it would probably be wonderful.